If you had to choose today, out of all the UK visa types, which one gets you into Britain fastest, gives the best chance of long-term settlement, and doesn't destroy your budget, which would you pick? Most people would say the skilled worker visa or the student visa. But here's where it gets shocking. The best visa depends on your passport, your skills, and even whether your university or employer appears on a list that many people don't even know exists. Now, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which UK visa route matches your life goals, the pros and cons of each wrapped into real, simple guidance, and the smart steps every immigrant should take to avoid refusals and wasted money. And yes, we're covering work visas, study visas, family visas, visitor visas, plus special routes like UK Ancestry, BNO, Youth Mobility Scheme, Graduate Visa, Global Talent, Innovator Founder, Global Business Mobility, Seasonal Worker, Creative Worker, International Sportsperson, and how they all connect to ILR and UK settlement rules. This is UK Immigration Express, your trusted guide for UK immigration news, visa tips, and settlement updates. If you want simple explanations of complex UK Home Office rules, make sure to subscribe now. Hit the notification bell and join thousands of people learning how to live, work, and settle successfully in the United Kingdom. Let's start with the backbone of all UK work visas, the skilled worker visa and the health and care worker visa. These are for people who already have a job offer from a licensed sponsor, and your job must meet the skill and salary level required by the Home Office. You can apply from almost anywhere in the world, submit your biometrics at a visa center, and bring your dependents with you, which is why many people love the stability and the clear path to settlement after continuous legal residence. At the same time, remember this route ties you to your employer in salary. Changing jobs or dropping below the salary requirements can interrupt your settlement journey, so planning matters. But here's where it gets shocking again. Salary levels have recently increased, and under the scale-up worker route, your pay now matters even more when extending your visa. The scale-up visa lets you start with a sponsor for 6 months and then work freely afterward, giving professionals real freedom to move between employers later. Still, you must hit strict earning levels to extend or settle, so freedom comes with the responsibility to track your pay carefully. Keywords to note here include scale-up worker visa, eligible jobs, salary requirements, and route to settlement. These are the search terms people use when they're comparing options. If you're highly skilled with global recognition, the Global Talent Visa might be your best option because it's designed for leaders or future leaders in research, technology, or arts and culture, and you either get endorsed by an approved body or automatically qualify if you've won certain international awards. The freedom here is the headline: no job offer required, flexible work, and a direct route to ILR, which feels like oxygen compared to sponsored roles. However, the bar is evidence, and you must prove strong achievements with solid documentation, so it rewards genuine impact rather than big promises. Next, the Innovator Founder Visa is perfect for entrepreneurs with new and scalable business ideas. An approved endorsing body must believe your business plan is innovative and achievable, and you'll be checked after 12 and 24 months to show progress. When it works, the direct route to ILR if your business succeeds is a huge win, but getting endorsement is tough, and weak business plans get rejected quickly, so treat this like a serious investment round with milestones, proof, and execution. Now, students. The student visa and graduate visa are two of the most used doors into the UK. If you have a CAS, that's a confirmation of acceptance for studies, from a licensed school or university, enough money, and English ability, you can apply for a student visa. After graduation, you can switch to a graduate visa to stay and work freely for a short period, which gives you room to try jobs, gain experience, and then switch to skilled worker later. The catch is that the graduate permission is temporary, and the UK government is reviewing post-study work permissions and tightening school monitoring, so the smart play is to use your graduate time wisely, get UK work experience quickly, and secure a sponsor before it ends, so you're not rushing at the last minute. Speaking of e-visas, the UK is moving fully digital. If you apply now, you'll get an e-visa instead of a physical BRP card, And you'll need a UKVI account, a valid email, and a secure login because your entire immigration status will be online. Treat that login like a passport in your pocket. If you change phone or email, update it immediately to avoid proof of status headaches. Keywords worth keeping in your notes include e-visa UK, digital immigration status, UKVI account, BRP replacement. If you're between 18 and 30 or 35 for some countries, the Youth Mobility Scheme visa is one of the simplest ways to live and work in the UK without sponsorship. It's open to certain nationalities and sometimes runs on a lottery system, and you can stay up to 2 years, with some nationalities allowed up to 3. It's the freedom route because you can work anywhere, explore life in the UK, and build a career foundation. But it doesn't allow dependence, and it's not a direct path to settlement. So think of it like a springboard into a sponsor-backed role later rather than an end goal. Next is the seasonal worker visa for temporary farm and horticultural work. It's short-term but fully legal and lets international workers earn and return. And it's important to keep your guard up. Avoid scams, only apply through licensed sponsors, and never pay illegal recruitment fees. A genuine sponsor will be listed and transparent. Those simple checks protect your record for future visas. Another cluster sits under global business mobility, used by international companies to move staff or start UK branches. Examples include the Senior or Specialist Worker Visa for transferring experienced staff, the UK Expansion Worker Visa for starting a branch in the UK, the Service Supplier Visa for providing services under trade deals, plus options like the Graduate Trainee Visa and the Secondment Worker Visa. These routes are great for lawful global staff movement, but most are temporary and don't lead directly to ILR. So if long-term settlement is your plan, map a switch into a qualifying route such as skilled worker once you've established yourself. Artists, entertainers, and athletes can use the Creative Worker Visa or the International Sportsperson Visa. Creative Worker covers musicians, actors, models, and their support teams, while International Sportsperson covers top-level athletes and coaches with sports governing body approval. Both are excellent for getting the right people into the right gigs at the right time, but they're usually short or tightly structured, so if you want to settle later, you'll still need to plan a switch into a route that counts towards ILR. For families, the UK Family Visa under Appendix FM lets partners, spouses, and children join or remain with a British or settled person. You'll need to prove your relationship, meet English and income rules, and show accommodation evidence. It's the proper way to live together, and it does lead towards settlement, yet the paperwork is strict and costs can add up. So think of it like a careful evidence project, clear documents, clean timelines, and no gaps that leave an officer guessing. Visitors can apply for the standard visitor visa for tourism, family visits, short business meetings, or medical treatment, usually up to 6 months. And it's a great option when your plan is truly short-term. The red line is work. No working is allowed on this visa, and border officers can refuse entry if they think you intend to stay long or take up employment, so your itinerary and return ties should make sense. There are also special routes like the UK Ancestry Visa and the BNO Visa for Hong Kong citizens. The Ancestry route is for Commonwealth citizens with a UK-born grandparent, and it allows 5 years of work with a direct route to ILR, which is a powerful pathway if you qualify. The BNO visa lets eligible Hong Kong residents live, work, and study in the UK with a clear route to settlement, and it remains one of the most stable options for those who meet the criteria. The EU settlement scheme still applies for people with pre-settled status and their eligible family members. In 2025, many pre-settled holders will be automatically extended and upgraded to settled status if they meet residence rules. So it's vital to watch your UKVI emails for updates and act on instructions promptly to keep your status clean. Now here's the biggest change everyone is talking about. The UK has started removing automatic settlement for certain protection or family reunion routes and is moving toward contribution-based settlement. In simple terms, just living in the UK for years may no longer be enough. You'll need to show you've contributed by working, paying tax, speaking English, or adding value to your community. That shift means smart record keeping today becomes your advantage tomorrow when you apply for ILR. So what should you do right now? If you already have a job offer, the skilled worker visa or health and care worker visa is usually your safest road to ILR. And the key is to make sure your job code and salary meet the rules before you apply, so there are no surprises later. If you're a professional achiever in research, art, or tech, the Global Talent Visa gives you freedom and prestige, but it demands strong evidence. So build a portfolio that proves real impact. If you're a true entrepreneur, the Innovator Founder Visa is your door to build your dream business and settle after success. And that means treating milestones like promises you must deliver. If you're a student, use your graduate visa to gain experience and move quickly into sponsorship. Don't waste time because the clock moves faster than you think. If you're young and want adventure, try the Youth Mobility Scheme and use it to make contacts for a future sponsor, so by the time your UMS ends, you've already lined up a skilled worker offer. If you qualify for Ancestry or BNO routes, plan for ILR early, because these routes are powerful and often overlooked compared with flashier options. If you're applying for a family visa, prepare your relationship and financial documents with care, because most refusals happen due to missing evidence rather than the relationship itself. And if you're a visitor, keep it clean. Follow the rules strictly. Never work and never overstay, so your future applications stay strong. Finally, here's the truth. UK immigration rules change fast. Salary thresholds, university compliance, asylum rules, and settlement laws have already shifted in 2025, so always use gov.uk for the latest guidance on your specific visa before applying. If you found this breakdown helpful, please subscribe, like, and comment with the visa type you're considering. Tell us your country, job field, or study plan, and we'll suggest your best route in future videos. This is UK Immigration Express, your reliable, simple guide to UK immigration news, visa updates, and settlement rules explained clearly. Stay informed, stay prepared, and stay one step ahead.